Hi, everybody. Today's Fun Fact Friday video comes to you via request from a math teacher. How do we use the insert equations function in a Google Doc if we really quickly need to just get an equation into that document? So I asked my colleague math teacher to please provide for me a list of the kinds of equations that might be necessary. And I'm going to demonstrate how to create most of these, not all of these, because I don't want the video to be too long, using the insert equations. But I feel like once you get started on this, you'll figure out really quickly how the pattern works. I feel it also necessary for a quick disclaimer that there are numerous ways to create equations in a digital format. This is just on Google Docs, really simple, what's already built in there, really basic. So that is where we are, and these are the example equations that I am hoping to create correctly on this Google Doc in this video. So let's get started. I am in a Google Doc. I have already turned on the insert equation, but I'll show you where that is. So under the insert menu, you just pop down and you'll see equation there. If I click it there, you'll see, and it's kind of grayed out. I've got one started, so I'm going to go ahead and let's get started. The first equation was a fraction. It is x over y plus x plus 1 over y. So we're looking for fractions. And what the equation bar comes with is 5 different drop-down options. You've got Greek letters. You have what they're calling miscellaneous operations. You have relations. You have math operations and arrows. I have found after working through those equations several times to make sure I could do this in the video, that the one I was using the whole time was math operations. So I suspect that will probably be the case for many of you out there, but just know that it's the same process for these other drop downs. So I need a new equation. What I'm looking for is let me show you the example again. I'm looking to create this right here. So I have to find the equation that's going to best match that pattern. What I'm also noticing is that you're never going to find the whole equation. So you're looking for the individual terms. So you're going to create the first term and the second term, or however many there are. And so you're looking for that pattern recognition. So I need a simple equation, right? A over B, it's the same pattern as x over y. So we're going to click on that. You could see that the cursor immediately sort of jumped. So you're also going to notice my font says Arial. I'm not hitting shift. I'm just going to hit X, not making it italics or anything. It just automatically does that within that insert equation field. It's using that very familiar font that I think we're all used to, or at least I am definitely having math classroom flashbacks. So when you have finished with the first piece of that pattern based on what you chose from the dropdown and you hit enter, it takes you to the next piece, for lack of a better term there. So I'm going to just hit Y. That's the whole piece that I need to do. That's the whole term. So I click out of it. I know I've clicked out of it because that little bluish box disappears, but also I now have the option for a new equation. I'm just going to use the regular plus sign here. And now I need my new equation. Again, I need the same pattern. I'm still looking for the pattern of numerator over denominator, right? I'm still looking for that fraction. So I'm going to click the same exact thing. This time, though, it's x plus 1. Now that's my whole numerator. So for pattern recognition, I hit enter to get into the denominator over y. That's my whole thing. Let's check my work and see if it's correct. Yep, that looks about right to me. So we're going to move on to exponents. So I just click sort of anywhere outside of that little field. I'm going to go to the next line. And just if you're anything like me, sometimes the way that it comes out at the beginning is very, very small. So you can just do this, just highlight the whole thing and just keep hitting plus until it's a size that you are comfortable with. So we're looking for y equals, and then in parentheses, x minus 2 squared. So let's see what we can do. I am going to hit new equation. I'm going to just type y equals, that nice math font, and I'm going to insert my operation here, math operations. Now you might think of going to the parentheses, but you can just type the parentheses because the hard part here is actually getting that that square in there, right? Because I'm going to do x minus 2, but that whole term is going to be squared. So I'm actually going to use that pattern, and it's going to be when I hit enter that my cursor and my mouse, that it takes me up into that superscript to give me the exponent. So I'm going to do parenthesis x minus 2, close parenthesis, and now when I hit enter, watch the cursor. Jumps up, gives me the 2 because I did that pattern, right? I did that pattern right there. And now I have my whole equation. But just for good measure, let's do the 2 term, the x to the 4th, y to the 5th, right there. Let's see if we can make that one work too. So that's going to be new equation. And once again, we've got that guy. So we're going to do x, enter to the 4th, but then I need another one. So I'm going to, not that way. That's how you get to the 4th to the something. So I need to click out of that. Let's scroll up here a little bit. Go back. We're going to try that again. New equation. X, if I hit enter, it's taking me up to give me the exponent to the 4th. I need to click out of it. New equation. And then we're going to go same pattern. This time it's y, and then hit enter to the 5th. And now I have that one. Let's check my work. How did I do? Good job. Looks pretty right. So we're going to go to the next one, which is dealing with radicals. And that's actually where we're going to stop. We're going to do 2 different kinds of radicals, and that'll be the close of the video. So this first one is going to be the square root of 2 plus the square root of 5. So let's see how we can do that. So once again, we know exactly what to do. We're going to new equation. It makes all of these available to me. I'm telling you ahead of time, everything was in the math operations for this particular set of equations. And I'm looking for that pattern. Well, it's a square root, so we're not going to go with that one yet. We're going to do that next. We're going to do this, and it's a really simple, just square root of 2. So that's all I need there. Plus, and we're going to just get up there and get another one. Square root of 5. Done. And I'm doing a lot of sort of just clicking out of it so that I'm outside of that little space of the equation. And again, that visual cue I've been using is whether or not this is grayed out and whether or not these are grayed out, right? So that's my cue. So right now I'm not typing an equation because it's giving me the option of inserting one. But the moment that I press that, these will all be available to me, and I'll see that little grayish blue, very pale little light box showing up that's providing me the field in which I'm putting my equation. So we are going to look at our little cheat sheet over here again, and we're going to make it this one. It's the cube root of 27x to the 5. So that's got a couple things going on. So get excited for that. Let me scroll so that we're more in the center of the screen here. Okay, new equation. Now, math operations. We're not going to be using the square root because this particular pattern doesn't give me the option of putting in that cube. So I need to use the cube root to start with. And it automatically starts me where I'm going to put the 3 for the cube root. And then I can click in to put my number. So it was 27. But then we had another expression in here, another term, right? We had the x to the 5th, right? Let's just make sure. Yep, x to the 5th. So I'm clicking in to make sure I'm still inside my equation box, that little blue space you see there. And I am going to go up to my math operations, and I need that exponent again. So I need that guy. So I'm going to hit X. And if I hit enter, notice I'm still inside my cube root sign, my radical sign there. And if I hit the 5, it makes it into the exponent because of that pattern recognition that the insert equation tool was looking for. And if I click outside of it, now that whole piece is done. And that's kind of what I meant before when I click inside or outside of it. This new equation button is only available when I'm not inside the field of the current equation. I hope that makes sense. All right, so there you go. That's how to do that. I think you get used to it pretty fast. It's not the most efficient way to get these kinds of mathematical expressions into a Google Doc, but it's certainly effective. It's working. So I hope this information was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Have a great day. And thanks for watching.